Hello, bestie. It's Coco, your divine oracle. How are you? I hope you're doing so well. I'm feeling very comfy, cozy. I've been feeling the energy of the cards wanting to say something, to like share a message, stumbling over my words a little bit. I've been drinking coffee, so I should be more alert than that. Let's first call in the deities, the angels, all that dwell in the light. So I am picking up an energy. So for everybody who's watching this, I'm setting the intention. You're seeing this. There's something in this reading that's meant for you. I'm going to be pulling from 4 different decks. But I'm getting an unsure energy. I'm really picking up on an energy where you almost are doubting yourself and you can't necessarily trust your mind. There's an energy of second guessing, but also it just feels as if it's hard to hold on to anything right now. It's difficult to bring the words out. I'm just trying to feel and move my way through it. But there does feel to be almost like a mental block that I'm feeling. And I do feel that's coming through for the collective. We're going to jump right in. I'm going to just pick one card from the animal spirit. I'm not going to show any of them yet. I'm going to pull some cards and get kind of like the vibe. The vibe down. I do want to pick one card from the animal spirit. This one's really speaking to me. We're going to pick a moon message as well. I'm going to get these out before I start jumping with the tarot cards. All right. Again, like I was saying, I'm really setting the intention that there's a if you're watching this, there's a message here for you. And it's funny that it just feels as if there's a stumbling and a cloudiness, and there's just like a haze. So I do feel like this is what's coming through for you too. You can feel that there's something happening, that something is coming your way, and you're struggling to grasp it. It just feels as if there's something happening in the spiritual world, the unseen world. The unseen is coming through, but you can feel it. And there's just something about it does feel the energy of very unexpected. Something is moving toward you silently. For some of you, that could be love. For some of you, that could be something to do with careers. We're getting the Ace of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles on the cut. Yeah, for some of you, this is going to be career and changing your thoughts about what's going on. I am feeling an energy of being overwhelmed. There's just so much you have to do. And this is really funny. I was picking up an energy for those of you that are being romantically courted. If you get what I'm saying, there's somebody who's in pursuit of you. And I'm picking up an energy of you're very give or take. I will take it or leave it. You don't care. If somebody's interested in you, they got to come correct. They got to, you know what I mean? There's an energy of you are the queen, you're Cleopatra, and it's they better come with a gift if they want to be in my presence. And that's an energy you're giving off, and you're just I don't if somebody's trying to schedule a date with you, you're I've got so much stuff on my plate, and it's tending to your needs and to your energy right now is just one more thing that I don't have energy for. And that's the energy I'm picking up from you. So take that however it resonates. Again, it's all about what resonates over the exact situations I'm describing, but there is a very take it or leave it energy, and it's coming forward from this place of feeling overwhelmed because of how much is on your plate. We're going to pick 2 cards to help guide where this energy is coming from. I'm feeling through. Okay. We're not going to jump into the tarot cards yet. So let me just pull from these cards. You have the salmon. So this energy is very, very profound. It's one of, you're on the final stretch of your journey, and the salmon is such a beautiful animal. I am Canadian. We have so much beautiful salmon here. I live in British Columbia. Every kid in British Columbia we would learn about salmon, and we would go to like the salmon hatcheries, and like we had a fish tank in my elementary school, and where we got like salmon eggs, and like we would like raise it and like learn about the salmon. All of a sudden the salmon would like hatch from their eggs, and we get little fries, and then when the salmon were big enough, we went to the salmon hatchery and released our salmon, into the wild. And that was like such a big part of my childhood. It was just like so cool learning about the lore, the mythology, the nature of salmon. So the salmon that grow in the water, they start off in the rivers, and then they make their way into the ocean, and they spend their whole lives eating, all the ocean is rich in food. And when they get that call, you are hearing the call to return, or like to return to your kingdom. That's something that's coming through here. I'm seeing a shining star. What is it? Like the story of like when Jesus was born and they followed the star. I'm seeing that image of the wise men following the star. And there's an energy of, you have been searching for the North Star, but it's been you all along. There's a realization that it's always like, it is you. The North Star has been within you. You've been searching externally for it, but the call is coming from inside the house. That's something that's coming forward. I'm feeling so energized. Maybe I should do more like just cozy readings in a hoodie. Anyways, bestie. The salmon spends its life in the ocean, its adulthood, and when it's fully mature, it gets that signal. It is like mature, that it's time for it to return to the motherland to lay the eggs in its ancestral home. The salmon, as it swims upstream against the current. The reason why you're feeling in a haze and like so confused and so much antagonistic forces right now is you're going against the current, but this is your destiny. You are hearing the call. There's this magnetic pull. Salmon they're guided by this magnetic pull and starlight. And again, the image of that North Star, the star when Jesus was born, that is what's been guiding you, this magnetic pull. There's something greater than you. And there's no need for you to explain this for anybody. I'm getting a sense of you finding difficulty when people ask you and like, oh, what do you mean? There's no need for you to explain yourself. Be mysterious right now, because you only need to explain it to yourself. It's like, I'm hearing it's between you and God. And when I say God, I want you to take that however it resonates. God, the universe, spirit, the divine, however that resonates for you. We're talking about the same force here. That which calls us to our greatest good. Again, so when the salmon is going against the current, it is in starvation mode. There is such a lack of food because it is the rivers are swarmed with all these fish, and there's a term, it's called like zombification, that happened with salmon, that on this journey, they are so like tired and they're so exhausted and so malnourished that literally chunks of flesh and skin are peeling off of them, but still they endure until finally the chosen few, because not every single salmon makes it to the spawning ground, but when they do, they're able to release their eggs, fertilize it, and in a final crescendo, they pass. And when they die, the entire ecosystem benefits from their sacrifice. The rivers are supplied with their eggs for the next generation, and in their sacrifice by spawning and dying, how many animals are fed from the abundance of food, but in their death, when they die, their bodies release phosphorus, which nourishes the river system, which nourishes the earth, and again, feeds the ecosystem, and it's a yearly cycle of that happening. So there's a pull to get in touch with the way you nourish yourself, and almost like I'm hearing self-care. For some of you, that could be like, I'm hearing spiritual bath, like however you care and pamper for yourself. Sorry, my like elbow is hitting my tablet. I'm like, it's gonna fall over. But yeah, that's the energy coming through here. But you are feeling the call and you are being guided. There's a magnetic pull and starlight. So I got 2 cards for your moon messages. Let's just go. Full moon. You are enough just as you are. That's beautiful, and that is the truth. And it's funny because I was, again, okay, so I'm being compelled to share this story. If you look on my middle finger, I don't know if you can see it, I have a cut on it. I've been eating a lot of salad, and I've been using this, like, I think it's called the slap chop, where it's like a chopper. So you put the vegetables and then chop it. So I put it in my washing machine, and when I went to go take it out, it was like stuck, and when I put my hand in, it literally like cut a slice in my middle finger, and oh my god, I'm like, oh, it tasted my blood. Like, just being a goof about it, but like, ouch. And I like to do spiritual study, so I have like so many, like, here's just a few. Tarot card decks, right? And I just picked up a bunch of Oracle decks, but in Oracle decks, they're like 80 cards, and there's nothing tarot about them. Each card means something different. Each one means something whatever, and normally there's no text on it, it's just the card. So I've been doing a lot of spiritual study to like understand and learn, but what happened was I have been feeling called to rest, and I have not been doing it. And what this signaled to me, because I tried writing yesterday and it hurt like a and because I hold my pens like this on my middle finger, right where the cut is. This is a sign from the universe to rest. So take stock of what's going on in your life right now. I know you may have a feeling of panic because it just feels as if there was a message previously of like jealousy coming through, of like, oh, like look at how far everybody else is. But you feeling jealous about what they're doing is not going to help your situation. It'll make you, I mean, you drinking that haterade is going to, you know what I mean, make you more of a hater, be better at hating. If that's your goal, great. But it's not going to help you get to where you need to be and get you to where you want to be emotionally, spiritually, physically. And I'm called to all of this just because you are enough just as you are. And I'm picking up an energy of you not feeling like you deserve rest, not feeling like you deserve time off, because it's like, oh, I need to achieve this and I'll earn a break. Then I will earn my time off. Then I will earn it. Baby, bestie, baby, you, by virtue of just who you are, you deserve rest. You deserve pleasure. You deserve joy. If you need to take a day off and just relax and let your mind wander, do what it does, and not have a crazy busy day, take the rest. And I'm really hearing for some of you, you need to designate a day just for you to like unwind. And I literally just started doing that. I'm a workaholic. Honey, bestie. I know exactly like how you are. I'm the exact same way. If I don't feel like I've done enough, I will just not sleep and work. And that is to my detriment. We're all workaholics in this collective. We love to be productive, get things done, because it just feels as if like we intrinsically feel the hourglass of our lives ticking away. And it's like, I gotta make the most of it. There's that energy here. I can't be, you know what I mean? Like, this may be morbid for somebody, but like on my deathbed with regrets of, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Because it's like, there's a deep resonant understanding that if I don't do it, I'm going to regret the things I didn't do over the things I did. It's like, there's this energy that I'm really feeling swelling up of like, you know, it just feels as if a lot of people are afraid to be a little cringy. Honey, I will never be. I'm cringe, but I'm free. That is the energy here of you just being like, okay, great, I'm going to live my life. I'm going to go and like, you know, like if you see a street musician, this is so specific for somebody. If you hear a street musician and you love the song, you just feel like dancing, baby, dance. Let your joy, like, share it with the world. Anyways. And you're getting another energy. You're getting 2 full moon energies. Failure is a side effect of effort and can be learned from. I always feel that the only failure is when you actually learn nothing. The failure is giving up and like dying. What I mean by that is there's an energy here of like your enemies, and I don't know how to phrase this. I'll phrase it for my understanding. It's like, I always call it like the devil, right? Like the demonic force that wants you to like give up and give into your lower urges, and you know what I mean? Like, it takes nothing. Like, what it is you strive for, that mountaintop you're aiming to climb, it is difficult, and there's always like the devil on your shoulder saying, oh, just take a break, let's rest, let's not do all the things we know we must do. And it's very different than self-care or even like allowing yourself to rest, because it's like you are motivated to get things done and you're like, oh, you know what, I should just go off the beaten path and just like rest and just sabotage my progress because whoop-de-doo, like there's no point. An enemy like that, the only way you conquer an enemy like that is by showing up every day and or being unstoppable, being relentless, by showing up and constantly striving and doing better. And there is a place within that energy of you recharging your batteries. You need to be at your full strength to conquer that mountain. So being able to take a step back, and this might sound contradictory, this is how you're going to know this message is for you, is that this, what I'm saying, isn't contradictory. That, yes, there are times when you're going to go full force and work hard and all of that, but in equal measures, in order for you to go the distance, you know you're going to need time to recharge your batteries, kind of like, what am I hearing? It's kind of like allowing your brain and your mind to wander for the creativity, just for the recharging of your batteries. It's going to allow you to see things from a different perspective and not be so like hard on yourself and almost like, you know what I mean? You're just so in it, you can't see the forest for the trees. So I have 3 cards here from the Landscape Tarot. This is going to be giving me more insight into your environment, what's going on. And I've set the intention that this is like environment of like, you know, the reading of what's going on, of what is happening, of what you need to know. So, oh my gosh. So you're right now in the 2 of Pentacles energy. You're searching for balance. You're searching for work and play. And look at this little raccoon. He's in between the light and the dark, and he's carrying a giant egg. Is that a raccoon? Yeah, it's a raccoon, like an ostrich egg. But look at him. He's finding the balance and carefully stepping toward from the darkness into the light. It is about being careful and being mindful and making sure your burden isn't too heavy. At any point, the raccoon can rest the egg on the log and take a break. And that's an energy that's very strongly coming through. That this relentless pursuit, sometimes you need to regain your strength to make it over another final hurdle and final leap. We are also getting the energy of the 10 of Pentacles. Right now, your joy and your emotional wellspring is your greatest strength. That when you come to any sort of hurdle or obstacle, your positive disposition is what is able to transform that situation. And we're getting the Hierophant as well, but this is like something that is so deeply ingrained with you that you're going to see the transformational power of how you emotionally approach a task or a project or something. There's an energy of there's something difficult you're trying to do, of you needing to approach it with joy. When you approach it with joy, it's almost as if it's like you're on autopilot. The emotion, the stress, the like this energy, like this right here, you're not feeling that anymore. There's a new passion and balance that's coming forward for you. So I do want to do, continuing with the energy check of who you are. You're holding on very tightly and you're trying to see, and like, it's very funny because it's like you're trying to make progress and like go where you want to go, but you're holding on so tightly, it's almost like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And there are other goals and like other, like, you're almost, what I'm seeing is you've struggled for what you've had, and you see other people and it just feels as if like, oh, they didn't have to struggle like I do to make it half as far. You know what I mean? They made it twice as far as me with half the effort. Why am I the one that struggles? And it's like, maybe it's that mindset. You know what? Don't listen to that second half, but it's like, you know, we'll get into it. We wanted to come out. So, you're feeling bound by possibility. It just feels as if there's just so much going on. It's hard to keep track. Or also an energy I'm picking up is that it just feels like you have a lot of responsibilities right now, that it's like your time is so precious. You don't, like, if you could, you would spend a whole day, if you're a poet. This is just a specific example. It's not for, like, this is just an example. So take what resonates. If you're a poet and you're like, I need, like, a whole day to, like, be able to, like, work out the words and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, I need an uninterrupted, like, 8 hours to work. But somehow in your day, that 8 hours gets interrupted. Somebody needs this. You get a call. And, like, by the time those obligations to your life, to other people, to, you know what I mean, the universe, and you get back to yourself, you're like, I barely had time to get anything I wanted to get done. There's an element here of you feeling trapped by everything that's going on, the good and the bad. I'm hearing trapped by a good time. So there could be an energy of feeling trapped. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Feeling trapped. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Feeling trapped by, like, for some of you in the collective, sorry, the camera shook. For some of you in the collective, it'll be like family obligations, like or like friend obligations, where it's like you have a lot of personal work to do, but then it'd be like, oh, hey, do you want to hang out? And you just go to hang out. And while you're out, you're thinking, oh, like my time would have been better spent working on a project or working on doing this or doing that, or, you know, something like of that nature. And it's like, there's an energy here of you feeling like you've reached an impasse, that you've grown as much as you can in the energies you were in. So there's the energy of like needing to take that leap in the next step, but not allowing fear. And it's like there's a hesitation about like seeing the horizon. And so this is a very specific message for, I'm feeling there's two groups here. There's a group here that is feeling trapped and fearful of taking the next step. And there's another group that has taken the leap, that you saw what would happen if you staying in one spot and you're like, I've just got to go for it. And you've made the leap toward the horizon. And it's just kind of like, you know what? I'm going to pull another card for this. I want to get some clarification. Get some clarification. It's just been a lot of burden and expectation, and you're feeling the energy or have walked away. Sneak away in the night. There's something here about like, there's this movie called Ghost World, I think it's called. Ghost Girl, Ghost World. And it's like this like art house movie. I really love it. But there's a scene in it where like the main character is like, do you ever just feel like getting on a bus and just going and like starting your life over where nobody knows you? And then the people who were in your life, they just don't know where you went. Like you just one day vanish, and it's by your choice. There's an energy here of like disappearing from the responsibilities of your life. There's just a lot going on, and it's a lot to handle. There's an energy here of like just seeing where you want to go, where others are, and it could be causing sleepless nights, nightmares, or just like FOMO. It's just like, oh, I'm just turning my wheels and getting nowhere. So that's the collective energy. But like, again, you are on a quest for balance. You are on a quest to figure out like, how is the best way for you to operate? It just feels like there's a lot going on. And I think what's happening here is you're going to benefit from systems, from having a better system. Because it's like you're working, burning yourself out. And then it's like, oh, I need to recover. And then you feel bad because you're like, oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm being lazy. And it's that constant cycle. I want to see, is there any more messages? You have tarot cards. Is there anything else the collective needs to hear? Okay. Ooh. feeling this card as well. So, this journey and this quest you're on is it's gonna change your day-to-day. It's like, you know, like what they say, it's like, imagine your dream life, that goal of what you want to achieve. And this really does feel pertaining to like career ambition, just your life in general, but it's feeling very like career oriented. I'm also feeling like for the creatives out there, right? Like you're trying to build your business, however that may be. You're trying to create something that's yours. It is a huge burden, but it's a daily, like you need to, you show up and you show up every day and you do the work, but it's about you filling your own cup and finding a way that is sustainable for you. What I'm hearing is for some, might be just like an allegory, but like, I've been watching a lot of videos about like weight loss and like diet and stuff. And it's like the easiest diet to follow is one that doesn't feel like a diet, where it's just the change in your routine, but it's sustainable. It doesn't even feel like you're not, you know what I mean? You don't feel like you're missing out on anything because there are substitutions you're making for all the stuff you used to have. And it's just like, okay, great. What can I substitute out? And then I can do this for like a whole year because it doesn't even feel like I'm on a diet. That's the energy coming forward in a sense of like, what is, because the hard work is not the difficulty here. The difficulty is in the recharging of the batteries. So you are in a time right now where you're just really focused on filling up your cup and doing what replenishes and nourishes you, however that may be. For me, my way to like relax and chill out, I call them like, I guess people call them like podcast video games, where you can like you play the game and you just put on a podcast, and it's something I can just do and turn my brain off. And literally for like, that's like the way I zen out. That's like my meditation. So right now it's funny because I just got back in to Skyrim on my Nintendo Switch, and I just put on a podcast and I played that little game and I am in a state of bliss. And literally that's all I'm doing. I'm filming this on Thursday. That is all I'm doing. Friday, I literally scheduled my week that this is my first Friday of like, I'm not doing anything. Nothing is going on. I've been having so much trouble just like trying to zen out. I'm like, I've got my whole day planned. I'm going to do this. I'm going to I'm going to make my dinner or whatever. Like, it's all scheduled, and I'm just going to relax and like enjoy my day and play Skyrim for hours and put on a podcast and watch YouTube videos and just like be a potato, because it's the way for me to recharge. But when you find that balance, just know that's when everything kind of like falls into place, and then you're going to be in a position of like elevation. But that elevation comes with its own battleground. What I'm saying is like the reason why there's a big emphasis on finding balance and finding harmony and finding a way for you to be recharged and like energized is the phase of your life you're entering is bringing in conflict, but this is like good battle. Steel sharpens steel. You're gonna be in a there's a lot of animes and like shows where there's like what do they call it, like the tournament, and it's like, oh, there's like the main character and they go fight against other people, and it's like who's gonna be the top contender in the tournament, but it's like everybody is like testing their mettle and fighting it out. And this is gonna be for you a great way for you to show off and be like so magnificent. But also it's like, because you're being uplifted and you're being put on a pedestal, it brings like the sharks out, right? Like they're going to be coming for you. This is human nature of people who are on a lower vibration, who just see what you have and envy it rather than focus on what they need to do. Because it's so much easier to be worried about everybody else than doing the hard work that you have done to get you to where you are now. You've made a lot of progress, but right now is all about finding the balance and the harmony and finding the way to be sustainable. All right. I love you so much, bestie. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's thank the angels, the deities of the light, and all that call us to our higher good. Thank you, bestie. I love you so much. I wish nothing but the best for you. Drink your water, get your rest. Love you so much. Until next time. Bye.